How the fuck are you? Tonight we're talking.
Oops, sorry guys, I didn't have the audio on. let's do that again. All right, all right, all right.
Welcome back to Developed Everybody. Tonight we're talking about our recipe, the deep fried birthday cake, right? That was tonight? Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah.
That one. I didn't know if you were angry or happy when you say hi.
I was stalling because I forgot the profile.
Oh, you were making time.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it could.
I didn't have anybody fooled though, because I still stalled again and forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be a little confusing because we work on so many, like a week or so ahead on them. That
Yeah,
it's hard to keep up with them.
we're really on a roll
Yeah.
with I mean, weeks in advance.
Months,
We wish.
years.
We wish. Well, last time we had a very special guest. It was fun.
Yeah.
I love having guests. On
What
the show.
this past one that's coming out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that was like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, it was like
We got a lot of people lined up since
It
then.
was like April.
April. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, be on the lookout for that from that mystery guest. I guess. I guess we'll talk
Graham
about
around? Graham, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
it. Okay,
I'm here. I just realized my image wasn't showing.
it's not.
I just realized that.
How you doing, Graham?
I was doing great. I'm good now. I'm good. Everything's good. Yeah, everything's good. What's up with you guys?
Not much.
Yeah.
Am I quiet, guys? In the chat, somebody said that I was quiet.
No, you always sound perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Emily's saying that you're quiet.
What about now? I turned up.
But I don't trust Emily. She's trying to fuck up this show. I know it. I know you.
I've been messing with shit. I should have just left everything the way it was. And Lord, I'm quiet. Why the hell am I quiet?
I don't think. Oh, you are quiet. Everybody's saying you're quiet.
Yeah, a bit quiet. All of us or only Folkart?
Okay, what about now? Is that any better, guys? I mean, there's some.
Not quiet on our part.
No, it's
No.
it's through
OBS.
OBS or something. I don't know why.
One of these days we'll get our shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying it sounds better. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. If it's too loud, let me know, guys. Okay.
I'm gonna turn mine down and just fuck shit up.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that, chef.
All right. So what the hell's been up this week, guys?
I went camping.
You did.
Yeah, I went camping. That was a lot of fun.
Where'd you go?
Where?
I went up north to a state campground, and we go every year with my girlfriend's family. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Pretty much everybody shows up. And I fucking hate tents so much. I hate them. I don't want to camp in a tent ever again. I don't know how many times. I want to buy a school bus. Okay. That isn't that crazy of an idea because I guess people do that, but I want to buy a school bus, and then I'm not going to be able to though. But I want to be able to throw shit in there and then just take that camping because people get RVs and shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I just get a fucking school bus and then camp out in that? Like, but the only thing I looked into it, the insurance is just crazy high. But
You're going to look like a perv.
no, I'm gonna paint it. Probably gonna paint it.
Okay.
Get the school bus part off of it. Maybe just put camper on it. Just camper. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that part. I'm not gonna buy a school bus though. I want to buy a van.
Even more.
I don't think that makes it sound better, does
Even
it?
more creepy.
Yeah, I think so. Well, the reason You're right. I was thinking about it too because I'm eventually buying a house and everything, and if you have a house, you're gonna need a truck.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, I'll just get the fucking van. It'll be easier to load up, and I can
Why
still,
do-
it's still
Truck.
functional. Huh?
Why do you need a truck if you have a house?
You just need it for all sorts of shit. Say you gotta bring something to the house or whatever. What are you gonna get it delivered? No, you need a truck. Folkart, you understand, right? You need if you got a house, you need a
I
truck.
have 2 trucks.
See, he's got 2 houses too.
2 families, 2 houses.
You kind of do. You have a pottery barn, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah. My wife owns another house, her mom's house. So yeah, we do have 2 houses.
See, anytime I see people with more than one truck, I'm like, they got life figured out. Definitely got more than one house.
You can't live in the South without a truck. There's just no way around it. No way.
They beat you up.
No way. But talking about camping, I love to camp about once every 10 years because that's about as long as it takes for me to remember I fucking hate camping.
Yeah.
Love
Me too.
The idea of camping is awesome, but packing all the stuff up, unpacking all the stuff, I don't care if it doesn't rain or not. You're still going to get your shit wet. It always happens. So what I did was I own some property in a like 20 or 30 miles away, and it's on a little creek. And like I say, I love to camp, so I built me a little cabin.
What are you, fucking John D. Rockefeller?
Yeah. And so it's nothing big, it's nothing fancy. It's just something that you can say that you went camping without having to put up a tent. So I've got all my sleeping bags there. I got all cooking stuff, all that kind of shit down there. So I don't have to take anything. I just show up. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. They are saying in the chat, if you are buying a truck, just get a trailer.
I'm not buying a truck. I don't want a truck. I want a
You
van.
want a school bus.
I do want a school bus. That would be badass, man. I could stand up in it. I was looking at just getting a cargo van.
Okay,
because-
so or a school bus or an ice cream truck, right?
what the fuck are you? Why would I need the ice cream truck?
To be even more creepy.
I'm not gonna do anything creepy in it. I mean, maybe when I'm fucking camping and getting fucking. Anyway, probably not. Nothing. Too bad. Like, I just want to fucking be able to stand up and then not sleep on an air mattress. Air mattresses are the fucking worst.
Oh yeah.
They're always gonna leak. They're always gonna start deflating. And if you're doing it, like we went for 3 nights, and first night immediately just deflated. They're the worst ever.
Yeah.
So I want to buy a van. That's my whole reason for wanting. I don't want to get a better air mattress, and I don't want any of that. So I'm gonna buy a van.
I love the idea of camping. I am in the same area than Folkart in this way. I love the idea of it. And maybe if I do it with friends, it's very fun because you don't care. You don't care if you don't have where to sleep, if you get wet. But if you're with your family or something like that you have to be responsible to cook and I don't like it.
I love that. That's all the stuff I like about it. You guys don't like to pretend you're homeless. I love it. I do. I really like it. It's fun. We're gonna go for longer next year. We're probably gonna be homeless for an entire week, and I might just spice things up and then just like not pay my rent and just see where that lands us. So,
if I were you, I would just skip getting the van and just go under a bridge somewhere and camp out. I mean,
that's the plan. If I stop paying rent,
yeah,
just try to see how rocky that boat can get.
Yeah,
and just go where life takes me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Maybe I'll end up with a school bus. I might, desperate times, I might steal one. Could be anything.
Yeah. Just, do what Jesus did.
He didn't steal a school bus.
No, but he was homeless. But he was homeless.
Really?
live like Jesus.
Okay. Well,
He didn't do that well.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
you gotta read further into the book. He comes back. He
Oh,
shit
yes, he is.
happens, man.
Yeah.
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 No, I only saw season 1, so I had to keep.
Season one really draws you in, and then kind of slows down. But by the end,
Jesus Reloaded is more entertaining. Yeah.
yeah, there's a pretty big twist, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. No spoilers, but
Oh, Lord.
Have you been mixing?
no, I've been homeless.
No, but not now. Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And you Folkart, you were in the lake.
Yes.
You were to the lake.
Yes, I did. We were there for 2 days. We actually stayed on the boat one night. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We went to, there's a lake in the mountains. It's called Lake James. Clear, blue, clean water. It's nice. Yeah, we just floated, and we didn't do any fishing or anything. We just floated and a few other things. And, just had a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
For our anniversary, 27th.
27.
I feel like?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
27 years.
Yeah.
I want to
What's that
make a
feel like?
joke right now so bad, but nobody
ahead.
will understand the context.
I know what you're going to say, too.
Yeah, because Folkart doesn't want to tell the story, and he's really holding out on a great one.
Yeah.
That'll be for the patrons, maybe, if we do that.
Is that recorded?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
is.
I think it might be.
Yeah, there's a lot of blackmail that could happen. Absolutely.
Oh, so much.
So nervous. I'm so nervous.
Oh, you got
I
nothing
mean-
for it. You're like an open
Oh.
book.
Yeah, but not that open. Like, not so open that I want everyone having like hours and hours and hours of footage on me. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Well,
God
we
knows
do.
what the hell I say sometimes.
Mm,
That's what we wonder.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I delete everything. You're not worth the disk space.
that's
Computers.
good. I'm glad that you feel that way. I
Everything.
really do. I really do. I'm glad. I wouldn't take up gig. I mean, it's like what, 10 gigs to film this, to film the show.
No.
The last show was 10 gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't save it either. I just save countless pictures of my face.
Mm.
That's
We
what.
never see your face, though. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does. I could get a hold of him privately.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, so
Someday.
other than me going to the lake, I've been doing a little bit of mixing for the Flavor Art competition. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
No.
Yeah, I heard that you have. I didn't get this part. You have to do a new recipe for the second part. I thought it was only one recipe and different steps with the same.
No. So the round one, anybody could submit 2 recipes: one a traditional tobacco and one a flavored tobacco. And then they picked 5 out of all the ones that was sent in, and then out of those 5, they picked 3 that went on to round 2. So I got into round 2. Now we have to create 2 new recipes, one traditional, one flavored, and there's going to be, I think, about 12 other people, including the 3 people that Wayne Walker picked, that will be competing in round 2. And man, it's tough. I'm telling you. To make I think what they're wanting is like a really good conversion tool for smokers, which I think is a great idea. Personally, I don't particularly like to vape just a cigarette flavor, but somebody that, I mean, you can imagine somebody just coming off the street, walking into a vape shop with a cigarette in their mouth saying, I want to throw these things away and start this. What flavor would they want to try out first? Probably a cigarette. So I understand the concept, but it's really tough to make something taste like a cigarette, because to me a cigarette doesn't taste good, but it gives you some kind of a mouthfeel or a aftertaste or something, that kind of hooks people. So I think that's that's kind of where I'm going with the recipes.
When is the
Yeah.
deadline for the new recipe?
Well, you could start submitting your recipes today actually, and then it goes till October 30th. I'm sorry, August 30th.
I think there's two schools of thought with that. Like, some people want the tobacco, and then some people want nothing to do with tobaccos because it reminds them of smoking. You know what I
That
mean?
was me.
Like,
Yeah,
That was me.
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Because I knew I was going to be disappointed with. I heard so much about how bad the tobaccos were, and I did not want to go back to smoking. So I picked just fruits because I thought they were a pretty safe bet, and I stuck with it. So I'm glad I didn't do tobacco.
yeah, when the first time I stepped into a vape shop, I actually did try the tobaccos because that's what I was familiar with, and and they were really bad. They were really horrible. Had I not been like really committed to get off cigarettes and vaping, I would have probably said fuck this shit and just went back to smoking. But if somebody maybe isn't that dedicated to it, if they go in and they taste a really good cigarette flavor, then maybe they'll stick with it. I don't know, but I think what they're doing is pretty good deal. And
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be a big like surge of a whole bunch of pods coming out if this is really, really successful? Like them taking like some of the first round ones and somebody like, I don't know, some big
More?
company takes them and they just start selling
More?
a whole bunch of pod recipes.
Oh, pod recipes.
Who flavor art?
So okay, no, not flavor art. I don't think they would do it. But say I don't know, a big commercial, Naked. They're gonna take they're gonna see all these like, and they really want that, but they're really hard to like go over to a pod. So they just start taking all the recipes that people are putting out there for free, and there's just going to be a whole bunch of new tobacco pods that are all listed as the same thing. Do you think that's going to happen? There's a chance of that happening?
Well, with the first round recipes, they're public, but the second round, they're all going to be private.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, then that's smart. That's smart.
yeah, and in fact, yeah, they're all private, and I think we kind of, well, I won't get into it, but yeah, they're going to be private for sure.
And what is the deal? Do you own the recipe from the first round and from the second one once you publish it?
The second round,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can say anything about it. But I can say that they will be private. They won't be public.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to evade the question. I just don't know. So
No.
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing. If you don't, you know what I mean? If you're not positive,
yeah.
we'll beat you down.
But yeah, I'm getting close. I think I'm down to my 2 recipes. I think I'm done with them. Maybe just a few other little tweaks, and I'll be done with
Nice.
it. Yeah. So now, Chef,
Well,
what you been up to, buddy?
I didn't went to the lake. I didn't went camping.
Did you buy a school bus though?
No, because it was full of kids and the deal was not that good.
You can get them without the kids. It's a lot cheaper that way.
It's not fun. What is the fun?
Yeah.
So I went to South America. Basically, I stay home, and I was mixing a little bit. Not for me, unfortunately. I was mixing for friends. I have a few recipes. I don't know if you have those. I have a few recipes that I have to do like a lot, like 16 ounces every time I do it, because it's what my friends ask me to do for them. So once in a while, I have to take a full day and do like big batches of some flavors for my friends. And then now I was tweaking some of my recipes and trying some new things, but nothing public yet. not much. It was a very busy week for at work, so didn't have much time to mess around.
Yeah.
You, Graham, what do you do?
Not much, man. Just more of the same. Yeah, not really much this week at all, really. I mean, yeah, nothing. In Argentina, what's going on down there with the laws and stuff? Is it getting better?
Excuse me, what?
Well, remember like a couple months ago, it was getting really bad down there with like the laws.
Yeah, the same. No, it's the
All
same.
the same?
Yeah,
It's too bad.
there was new raids from the police to some places, but mainly people trying to import Chinese clones, because now we have here a lot of Chinese clones from major companies like Naked, Nasty, Milkman. We have a lot of Chinese clones.
China's taking the like labels off of those bottles and like cloning it and then selling it as the real shit.
No. When you see the bottle, it's exactly the same. I don't know how they do it, but if you don't know that it's a clone because of the flavor, it is exactly the same product.
So
It's
they're
like
just cloning the label.
everything.
They're cloning
They
everything.
try to clone the liquid, but if you know the real one, you can tell that it's different.
Wow.
But
Oh, okay.
people don't know, and the price is like half the price. I don't know how they do. Okay, let me do the math here so I can tell you how much it is.
The markup on e-liquid's ridiculous. It's like
$10.
10,000% or something.
It is less. It is like $3 60 ml.
What? Really?
Wow.
Crazy. I don't know how they do to even buy the empty bottle for that money.
Because
It's
they get
crazy.
them for like less. The people that sell them actually end up owning them. They're so goddamn cheap. Everything there is so cheap. Like they manufacture so much shit, dude. They don't have to export it either. And they have like just millions of people working, and everything's just so cheap there.
But
It's
that's
really hard
like,
to eat.
I get all that too, but like at the same time, this is why like regulations do need to happen.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the fuck they could be. I at least imagine these bigger companies like Naked or Cutwood or whoever the fuck is real popular, they have some kind of standard and like they're doing their business the right kind of way. They're doing it in clean rooms and stuff like that. But who knows what the fuck other people are doing? And that's like, this is like the deep fake of e-liquid.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that China's not using the same kind of standards that we are.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
admit that. Yeah, I mean, I've been they just don't have the same kind of standards. They're at all.
and they don't like vaping either.
Who, China?
I don't think so. I think that they profit more off of smoking, don't they?
Well, yeah,
You
that's,
have
they
it.
live in smoke.
Vaping market.
Right. Yeah. Like, and there's a lot of other countries where vaping is like, can it get you like fucking jail time and shit just for vaping? But smoking is like
caned.
nothing.
I think you get caned. I think it's 2 canings.
Mm.
Really?
You caught vape. Yeah, they split you. It's they don't strike me as the pinnacle of health. Like over there, like their health board is probably not the
And
same.
the problem
It's they don't care. They dump all kinds of crazy shit in the
Right.
environment.
The problem here is that the same in the US, when you have the media and even the government trying to take down vaping, if they base their conclusions on those liquids, because it's what, for example, this time it was customs that made like a huge operation to take down this clone thing. If they take those products and say, okay, this is vaping and this is why it is bad, and they test those liquids, I'm sure they are really bad. It's
Yeah.
not
Well, they-
good anyone.
China they don't care, dude. There was like 6 or 7. Remember this about 4 or 5 years ago when they took down those Apple stores? That like the employees thought they worked at Apple. Everyone thought they were Apple stores, and they weren't Apple stores. They were cloned Apple stores.
Yeah.
And they everything was, all the products were cloned and everything, but they looked exactly like it. They took like a quality manager from Mercedes-Benz and put him in a room with a Mercedes-Benz with the doors off of it, and the guy couldn't tell which doors was the clone doors. Like to put them back, they're exactly the same. One Mercedes was real, one Mercedes was cloned, and they just put the doors off, and he couldn't figure out which door went to what. I mean, they clone everything down to the factory.
And this is there is a problem that you may have in the future, because now you have a market, a legal market for a liquid. If you like we said so many times, if with regulations more people try to make DIY just because they can't get their liquids, you're going to have a problem, because now DIY is for people that want to do DIY. They want to learn, and if you have people that do DIY just because they can't buy their flavors, they are not going to be into DIY. For example, here, and it's different. Here, I have many discussions with people. I know they try to put a color, like when you try to color something,
food coloring,
put the color,
dye,
coloring, to dye the liquids. And they say, no, but this is for me. I don't sell it, but I like to have it blue. Yeah, right. It's for you. But if you dye because you use something you were not supposed to use, the news are not going to say he died because he used a bad coloring or a dye. They are going to say vaping killed this guy.
Yeah, because that won't make the headline. The latter would.
Kid attracted blue color, explodes in guy's face. That's what they. That's
you have in the US a lot of people doing DIY just because, not because they want to do it, just because it's easier or cheaper. You're going to find those problems.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're losing this battle. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. We're losing this battle because there's just not enough. People, for one, people don't read past anything other than the headlines, and the other side knows that that's the truth, and they just fire headlines out there, and that's all people see, and the majority of people don't care, and we're not doing enough. I mean, period. It's like, we need to start thinking about how we're going to respond to it instead of what we're going to do to win, because we're not.
It's so hard though to fight against this machine that's out there of these headlines. Did y'all catch that video that Wayne put out? I think it was this morning, or maybe last night, about the mothers to talk to teens about vaping or something like that. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, he addressed it. He's 100% right too. It's just these headlines that people look at, and 99% of the people just think, wait, they're gonna hook my kids on this, or they're doing this, or they're going after me. And they go fuck off, and they go against it, and they don't look one page past the first page. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean they were,
and we hear it.
Yeah, they were
the rebuttals.
They were spouting off like facts that was, you could tell that it was straight from a headline what they were saying, and it wasn't true. A lot of it. I mean, they had some things good to say, but most of it they were just misinformed so much. But that's what most people believe.
Yeah. Like almost
what was it briefly, because I just don't know. I didn't see it yet. What was he mainly talking about? Like, what was the video?
It was,
the point was that people just spout out shit as fact, and it's just not, and that we hear about it, right? Because we watch that. Like, we'll watch Wayne's video and we'll see the rebuttal from the other side, but most people don't. And I don't. The video might have been something different, but
what were they saying?
Well, what it was three women sitting on a couch, and they were talking to the camera, and they were saying how you can talk to your kids about vaping. And
so it's like a sex talk, but for vaping.
Yeah, exactly. And they were saying all this stuff like Jill invented this technology of vaping to hook kids. That was one of their facts, something like that. And it's just, and it was just, I mean, they absolutely knew nothing about what they were talking about, because they took out one of the jewels and was trying to put it together, and they put in like the part that you put into the USB drive to charge it, and then they took out one of the pods and was trying to put it in it, and they were trying to stick it in the end of the USB part.
Okay.
I mean, so they were so misinformed. If they didn't know about that, then what else were they saying that was, that?
Well, look at the Juul though. Like, to think about it, like they're using every single possible thing they can use. The other side is to things look the other way, because the Juul, it kind of looks like a USB drive, and they're taking it and saying, well, they're targeting kids because they can take them to school and they can get by with looking like a USB drive, and they're just it's just crazy. Like, we got to be so careful on the shit that we do.
And do they think that teens are stupid? Teens are more informed than they are.
Right.
Teens already know everything they have. If they want, they can know everything they want to know about Juul, about vaping, about everything, more than those mothers.
I think it's just the whole USB thing is what pisses me off. What they think that like teens are just so obsessed with USB drives and they think they're so cool and all this shit. Like, I don't get why the fuck they always talk about USB drives with it. I get
they can
look like it.
Because it is old people talking about it.
Steal them in school.
I mean,
That's what they're focused on.
I get that too, but it's just like,
And then they can link it to Juul going after kids.
right, because they're saying that they're designing it to look like a USB drive and all the other stuff. Like,
Yeah, that was purpose. They did that on purpose.
I
We gotta
mean,
be so careful, dude. Anything that happens, I'm telling you right now, all the way down, the biggest thing that we made a mistake on, like as a whole, as a group, is calling them e-cigarettes, right? And that was a huge mistake.
yeah,
But-
100%.
I mean, it opens itself up for like the intent clause. Like, it's right in the name. Like, we got to stop that before it starts. I mean, like, legitimately stop it before it starts. One shots are fine, I think. I don't know.
But you're right. The language of it is they're going to, they're definitely going to flip that around to being something else. That's just what media and other people do. They just try to fucking flip shit around and makes anybody can go to imright.com and just fucking get whatever argument or information that fits their argument. That's just what people do.
This happens to be a heavily lobbied, multi-billion-dollar industry that they're going to lose if this continues to take off the way it does at 6% a year.
I mean, I had
not long before they're done.
When I was camping too, like I had a conversation with my girlfriend's brother-in-law, and he was saying, but now you're just addicted to that. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not addicted to it. It's just something I kind of like to do. I mean, you're saying this while you're drinking a beer and all this stuff, like, and you're also smoking cigarettes too. It's like I'm only vaping 2 milligram, and I know what I'm vaping because I work with the raw materials to a certain extent. I don't know what is exactly in the flavorings, but I have a good idea.
Who cares?
At least, right. And at least the research is coming out on all of that.
What is the problem if you are addicted to nicotine? Okay, yes, I am addicted to nicotine. I was addicted to nicotine, and I was using it in a very bad product that had a lot of other things that was killing me. Now I'm less addicted because I use much less in a more safe product, a safer product.
The problem is with people who think nicotine is related to cancer. When they think that is the most harmful part of the cigarette, which, if anything, that's the most healthy part of a cigarette. I mean, how many of us have quit smoking and know more about cigarettes than people who actually fucking smoke them still? That blows my mind. And then people use that side of the argument though, and they're like, oh, well, people are dying from that too. And it's like, really? Show me. And he goes, well, I see it on Facebook.
They can't show you. They say bullshit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're playing the headline game, and we're sitting around going, they play dirty, and we're whining about the fact that they play dirty, and while they continue to play dirty, and we're gonna whine all the way until we lose, and then they're gonna go on something different, and it's what's gonna happen. I mean, it's a guarantee. And it's like nicotine isn't harmful until it's set on fire and inhaled, like most things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people just aren't using common sense here, and they're lodging a massive media war against it because it's killing cigarettes. It's a huge crop.
you're literally you're slow cooking your lungs here when you're
Mhm.
smoking,
Yeah.
and the heat off of vaping is really, really not compared. I don't care if you have the hottest build or whatever. You're
Doesn't
not
combust.
the same as a cigarette.
Well, I think that we're preaching to the choir here. I mean, we all know this. I think the problem is that the greater society don't know it, don't care. The only thing that they react to is fear and shocking headlines, and that's what they believe. And it's I don't think there's no way to change that. Not in this industry, not in any industry that has a big bullseye on it that people can profit from.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like we got to stop thinking about what they're doing now. We're gonna lose, and we need to figure out the response, like what we're gonna do ahead of time now. Like when this all goes down, what we're gonna do to respond to it, because it's you're right. It's pointless. There's way too much money and way too much influence behind it, and they're doing everything right, and we're doing. And think about the way we started out as a group with like the way marijuana did it, the way vaping did it. Marijuana was like streamlined, looking like Apple medical shit.
Yeah.
Vaping's like snapbacks and graffiti. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but that's an interesting point too, though. Like with the whole, how many people are so cool with, the same person who's gonna say, "Oh, the vaping's stupid. I'm literally just vaping nicotine and flavoring," but when it's got THC in it or it's CBD, people are just cool with it. I find that so fascinating that people are really cool with that now.
Marketing, bro. It's all marketing. Just like everything else, it's all marketing. Vaping went the exact wrong way. Why marijuana? Like the way that you look at marijuana is, it should have went snapbacks and graffiti, and vaping should have went medical and streamlined and like a medical thing. But marijuana's been doing it for so long, trying to get legalized, that they just knew what to do.
Well,
I think CBD is that kind of middle ground though, because it is kind of medical.
Marijuana is 100% legal in Nevada and like 13 other states. You know what I mean? Like they know how to push it through, and they're using vaping to become legalized. You know that because they're saying that vaporized marijuana and edibles don't combust, and they're not going to add tar and all that. So they're using vaping as a positive for them,
right?
And they're nailing it.
But it's nicotine. That's the problem.
Well,
nicotine is harmful.
Well, here's the thing.
They just don't.
People understand what pot is. They know what it is. They understand it's simple. You put it in a paper and you roll it up and you smoke it. Nothing to think about, and they can accept it more. When they see somebody walking down the street carrying some kind of big fucking device like this, blowing out huge damn clouds of smoke, putting some kind of damn cartridges in and shit, they don't understand it, and it scares people. I think that's one of the biggest hurdles that we have to overcome, is the unknown. That people just don't understand it. They can understand pot. Right. It's simple. It may take a very long time for people to actually really embrace vaping because it's so new. I know it's been out for a long time, but in the greater public, it hasn't been, and it's going to take a long time for people to accept, okay, I understand what this is. It may take a generation. Who knows?
Right. Well, it's kind of it's on our end. We have to understand what it is that is stopping us. You know what I mean? Or that is like the negatives. We have to understand the negatives and combat that. Mm-hmm. Like we have a huge things like big tobacco and big pharma, and the reason big pharma wants this. Yeah. You know what I mean? They want it. It's also an unbelievable delivery tool for medication. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they want, and they don't have or I don't know if they have the patents or whatever, but there's a reason that they want that. And those two alone are just they're impossible to beat with the FDA on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, Sen said it perfectly too. Big tobacco bought in. It's big pharma that really hates vaping. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
It's true.
I agree with that.
Do you think Juul is going to play in favor of vaping or not?
I think Juul is going to latch on to the closest tit and not let go. And I think the closest tit is going to be big tobacco. And they're just going to ride along with them and comply with them. And that's going to hurt the majority of the industry. The people who don't have the money and aren't able to comply with it.
Well, Jewel,
That's-
I mean, they're under 2 mils and they're a closed system.
Yeah, I mean,
They're right in line with everything.
yeah, the FDA regulations was specifically designed for Juul and companies like Juul. It's
Absolutely.
I mean, they're the only ones that can really comply. I mean, they've got what, 4 flavors?
Yeah. And
No,
they're
they have
closed.
more than that, don't they?
I think it's only 4. It was. I know it was.
Mhm.
It's like mango, mint, something.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, so.
It really is crazy. But it's clear what's going on. I mean, the corruption and the influence and the blatantness of it is just it's mind-boggling. It really is.
Yeah.
They have 8 flavors, which, yeah, I mean, they have a Virginia tobacco, a mint, a classic tobacco, a mango, a cucumber, cream, menthol, and fruit. So, and they just started doing 3%.
Yeah.
Everything else was 5% standard. You know, how are they not getting looked at for?
Why?
That's
They make it where you can't step down. They make it where you
Right.
can't go like a pods or like a like a regular traditional system. They just make it impossible.
50 milligram. I don't care. I vape 2 milligram. 30 milligram is still way too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Nick Salt. I mean, that's a bad way to name that formulation too.
How about that they call the other one freebase? You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. It's like, could we making it any worse? Like, the 2% one, 20 milligram crack cocaine. We'll just call it that.
That's how they describe it. It's the crack cocaine of nicotine. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? This is ridiculous.
I mean, it's like you could either freebase or salt. I mean, come on, you're already taking salt in. Do you want to be a crackhead or do you want just a little bit of salt? It's not the best for you. It's not the worst for you, though. You're not freebasing.
You're just doing the crack cocaine of it. It's much more concentrated. I mean, get the fuck out of here. What is going on? They're just it's a big goddamn hustle is what's going on, and we're all getting hustled. Every one of us. And we need to wake up. Seriously.
Get woke. Get woke, everybody.
Get woke. DMT.
All right, guys. Are we gonna talk about a recipe tonight, or we?
Fuck that recipe. We can have a recipe. We don't pick up.
Not Chef. Did you have something that you wanted to talk about?
No.
No. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you had something lined up.
Yeah, but we can talk about the recipe.
Okay.
Let me go grab the recipe.
You sure?
Okay.
That's really funny. I like that.
So,
I know what you're saying. It's something.
I am really digging this recipe. I've been vaping it all week. I love it.
I left the recipe as it was, and I'm just vaping it again now, and it's delicious.
Yeah. How do you think it changed over? We mixed it up about a week ago, a little over a week ago.
Yeah, we go a little bit more because it was last Tuesday, so like 9 days.
Yeah,
it's more rounded.
What the fuck was that? Was that my school bus pulling in?
No.
I heard a little beep beep.
Oh no, that was here. It's more smooth, rounded. The flavor is excellent. You know what I like the most about this recipe? It could be easily a donut if you push it just a little bit harder in the fried department, but it's just there. You can tell it is a cake that was fried and not a donut.
Yeah. That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of when we started talking about some of the flavorings that we were going to use, was that it was going to turn it into a donut. But with the angel cake at 3%, and that's really about as far as you could go with angel cake to get. I mean, you can't get any more flavor out of it if you go any higher. I don't think. So that's kind of the top on that. But the angel cake and the 101 cornbread. And in our second version, we put in capped sugar cookie. That was Graham's idea, I believe, and that just really sells that. It's not a dense cake. It's not a fluffy cake. It's just somewhere kind of right in between. And then that deep fried pastry dough and it's not very high. It's only at 1%, but it just gives it just enough friedness that makes it not just a birthday cake and not a donut either. It's perfect. I love it. What do you think about it, Max?
Fucking love it. It's pretty good. There's one off note.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to go away still. There's a little bit of that spice note that still kind of sticks around with that deep fried what's it called?
Pastry dough.
Yeah, deep fried pastry dough. It's great off a shake. Before we added the sugar cookie, it was not quite there, but the frosting really helps to pull it back from the donut to birthday cake, which I'm a fan of that. The spice note is the only thing that I think is an inaccuracy with it, but if you can get around how well that frosting and everything and that cake works with it, I mean, it's spot on.
So I got an idea on how we cover that spice note, because I got that too. And remember, I got that right away, and I was like, "Where's that coming from?" Holy vanilla adds that. Because holy was a little spicy too. I added holy vanilla one, and holy shit, because I had V1 on the cupcake. I didn't have V2, so I wanted to add like a little more frosting, whatever. And I used the holy vanilla, and it completely took that spice note and kind of just blended it right in.
I'm gonna add
that. The vanilla in there is a little spicy, not spicy, but it kind of like goes with it. And I didn't change anything else. I just added I think I had 1% of holy vanilla.
Well,
might have been a little more.
Max, let me ask you this: did you use the version 1 or version 2 of vanilla cupcake in your version?
1, I think.
Okay, so I don't think Not Chef and I got that spice note.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, and we used the V2.
Really?
So maybe that's why I'm not getting it. It's because some of that vanilla cupcake version 2, it's more frosting. It's kind of like a vanilla frosting. So maybe that's kind of doing the same thing that the holy vanilla is doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So if you have V1, use
a little bit of holy.
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit of holy V.
It fixes it right away. It's not like
you used V1, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. What is the difference between V1 and V2? I don't really. I didn't know you guys had the V2 and not the V1. I thought that was weird.
I had the V1, never bought it again. The V2 is more like a frosting. There is no cupcake at all, at least in low percentages.
Oh, it's just frosting.
In the V1, you have more of that cupcake. You have frosting in the V1, but also have that bakery in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Emily was just saying, I like it off the shake, but I do get the spice note. Now you tell me. That's what we're here for. We're just trying to point out the.
Emily, did you use the V1 or the V2 for the vanilla cupcake?
Yeah, I'm not getting the spice, but I mean, is it very prominent, or is it just a hint of it?
It was at the beginning. It was at the beginning. It was like, remember, like the first thing I said is, what's that spice coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emily is using the V1 also.
Yeah, that's interesting to know that though. Like that probably is what it is. Folkart, you're a fucking genius, man. That's in the world. I'm telling you, this is why. I mean, come on, look at that. I would have never
But-
thought of that. I'm just putzing
Graham is-
around thinking.
Graham's right though. Add a little bit. Add like a 1% or whatever. 0.75, whatever the fuck you want, of that holy V. Does work.
Yeah.
It
I
might.
mean, I'm just saying, Folkart's with me.
Yeah, it might add to like more of like a spicy like vanilla bean type of thing. Like it just kind of works with it.
Yeah.
But it's not as noticeable, right? Like it's not as
It's like-
noticeable.
It's almost more like if you made like frosting and you used like vanilla beans with it. You know, because it's kind of got that like kind of a. It works with the spice in that kind of a way.
Well, because holy vanilla is vanilla bourbon and cream cheese icing. I don't care what the fuck Liana says. It's cream cheese. And those are like darker, spicier type things. And I think he just blends it in. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that's Liana. Instead of bringing that up.
Who's that?
Because I love her so much. Liana. She's
Liana.
in the chat right now. I just wanted to tell her she doesn't know what she's talking about. Holy vanilla.
Yeah. Shout out to Liana. You don't know what the fuck is good.
She doesn't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, the smooth vanilla would probably work too.
Yeah, I don't
But,
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this or not. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all guys.
Sorry.
But
You can always
but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. How's that?
Do it. I like that. Do
So
it.
I just received the DIY Flavor Shack's Holy Vanilla version 3, I guess you call it. It's called Holy Resurrection.
Yeah, it's version 1.
And I opened it up. I haven't vaped it, but I just opened it up and smelled it. With the second version that they sent me, when I smelled it, it's like, okay, well, where's the cream cheese icing? With this version, okay, they put the cream cheese icing back in. I don't
They just brought
I don't know if it's I know what you think about it, Graham. I get that. I don't know what they're doing, but just
I'm going out here.
yeah, just from smelling it, it smells much more like the original, if not the same. So
Is anybody else getting the vibe that they're doing something like an ex-girlfriend or not a girlfriend that can't figure out what the fuck they want for dinner? Like
Yeah.
they're just like, now I want the cream cheese icing in there. Now I want this in there. Like, fucking make up your mind. Do you want pizza or what?
well, I don't.
It's like they got their... Go ahead.
I don't know what's in it. All I do know is when I smelled the Holy Resurrection, I could smell a cream cheese note in there. Whether they put it in there or not, I don't know. But
Or yeah, okay. So if it's not cream cheese icing, you could use cream cheese icing if you were to make like a clone. Say for example, it may not be cream cheese icing. It may be a combination of 50 fucking things that makes cream cheese icing that they use. But it's in there.
there's definitely a cream cheese icing note in there for sure.
Right.
But Folkart, all those recipes, all those flavors are for sale. The V1, the V2, and the Resurrection.
I don't know if they're for sale yet or not. They just sent me some samples, so if they don't have it ready for sale, they should have it ready for sale sometime.
The position that you're in, using Resurrection as one replacement.
Just from the smell of it, yeah, I could probably use it 1-to-1.
Okay.
Yep.
Odd that they would get that close.
It's confusing. If you get confused, or we have to figure it out, between Vanilla Cupcake 1 and 2, there is a flavor that is, 4 years old. Imagine if you have 3 versions where the first one is very similar to the third one, but different from the second one, and
Right.
it's going to be confusing.
Well,
I don't-
it's the new Coke theory, when they come out with the new Coke formula years and years ago. Y'all wasn't around for that.
yeah.
Most of you.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
And what'd they do? Remember what they did?
They went back to the original.
Right. But they called it Coca-Cola Classic. Remember?
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
Claimed
That's
it was
what
something like
it's-
a couple. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Like, just fucking tell me when to order the fucking pizza and what you want on it.
All right. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's
Emily is saying that it definitely rounds off the edges of that spice, the holy bee.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Graham's
you
a-
were right.
Graham's a genius again.
Yeah, he is. We're all geniuses
Come on,
in here.
guys. Say it once.
You don't get
Yeah.
enough respect. You're like the Rodney Dangerfield of this entire show.
Oh, I get respect on this show, but that's it. That's the only place I get respect.
Who the
Some-
fuck respects you on
don't.
this show?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, kind of. You know,
No, we don't.
pour me, wham. Come
Yeah.
on. I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I got everything I need in life from you, Max.
Let's just fucking love you so much.
Hey, do we know what we are going to do for next week?
What do you think?
I think we have an idea.
Because we have an episode, but we had some technical difficulties, so we don't know if it's going to be an episode or not. Right?
True. Yeah, I'm gonna be working on that starting tomorrow, and just see if we can. What we did was awesome, and how we come up with this recipe, but the quality of the video is the problem. So
Can we recreate it with puppets? Do you think?
That would be awesome.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, that
I'm
would
thinking
be
like
great.
puppets would do it.
Yeah,
We could all man our own puppets.
I tell you what, Graham,
But I'm not thinking.
you put on the socks, all right,
Right.
and record yourself just talking back and forth to each other for like, I don't know, 5 hours. Send it over to me, and then I'll dub.
I want
and I'll
B1.
I'll
I want B2.
I'll dub in the voiceovers. How's that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We should do that. But we're gonna use socks. I wanted to use marionettes so we could really tell our true talent. So because you have to, you know, how marionettes aren't as easy as sock puppets,
Yeah.
and then that way at least there's some art to it.
Mm.
Socks are like, meh. We can use sock monkeys. I want V3. It's just like V1.
Where
See
the
what
fuck
I'm
are we? Where are we gonna get marionette set?
You don't have a marionette. I feel like you have a marionette made about you. Like you look like you would have a marionette made of you. Like, you ever see that Seinfeld where there was a marionette of George's mom? Like I feel like there's one of you out there somewhere.
Oh, there's probably. I know there's a voodoo doll of me. That fucking
Oh, easy.
fortune teller lady. Maybe we could just borrow that.
I don't.
Maybe you'll have her.
Borrow that for a little bit.
I don't remember that from Seinfeld, but I remember the one.
You don't remember?
I remember the one where Kramer made pasta figurines of everybody, like Fusilli Jerry.
Yeah. For silly Jerry. No, you remember when George's mom? It was a doll. It might have just been a doll, actually. And George's mom, there was a doll that looked just like George's mom, and he kept seeing it. That's so funny.
I don't know. I just remember that really dark episode where Kramer was saying some racist shit on stage instead of Jerry.
Yeah, that was the finale, wasn't it, for his career?
A really, really bad way to end Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was.
I liked it a lot better when Jerry would open it and he would be doing the stand up. Kramer just sometimes it takes too far.
It didn't translate. It didn't hold up at all.
Yeah.
Over time, looking back, it just wasn't as funny as it may have been to some back then. But I liked his apology tour. That was my favorite part. When he took Jerry with him, apologized for him. Yeah.
Same with Graham when he tries to make a joke and he goes
Yeah, and
too
you
far.
fuckers leave me lingering. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
We don't do that. That's what Stopgap
Go
does.
watch the first 5 minutes of the show. You guys let me linger for at least 14 seconds. I counted it.
Oh, we kind of did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Well,
But
like
we try not to do it because we know that people do that to you. So we try
You know
not
why they do it to me? Because I swing for the fucking fences. Everything I got. I'm not everyone's gonna land, you motherfucker. You think that everything you say is hilarious, but I still go, hey, Max, that's funny. Because I don't want to make you look like an asshole.
That's why I like you. Because
Yeah, well. So leave me lingering long. Oh shit, try and say that. Leave me lingering longer.
well, now I really want to.
You're a prick.
Yeah. So
All right, guys. Is that all?
done it there.
Is that all we got to say tonight?
I don't know. Don't we have something to talk about?
I don't.
No, we don't have anything to talk about.
Well, for our next show coming up, if the video quality is up to snuff, we're going to have a guest. Guest is on. I guess I can say who it is. It's going to be Fresh 03. he helped us out. It's nice of him
Yeah,
to
he
come by and sit with us for a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. Well, we can talk about that. I was gonna talk about our lost member.
Oh, that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. We have some sad
Totally
news, guys. We have some sad
Well, yeah.
news.
Yeah.
So,
He died.
one of our founding members, Mr. Pudding, Alfred, has decided that he just doesn't have the time to put in to our show. He's got so much on his plate right now. He decided to kind of step away, and so unfortunately he won't be like a permanent member on our team, but he will hopefully come back, from time to time as a featured guest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, listen, he's like the RZA. RZA isn't on every Wu-Tang album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be on everything.
No.
We got a core group, and then we have our core, really just the best people we can get at the time.
Yeah, we got the side chicks. We got Jerry. We got Jerry.
Dave.
Jerry's a fucking.
Yeah, you're right. He is a.
You have to end the sentence.
Yeah,
Fucking what?
Go ahead. What are you gonna say to the end?
Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. No, I'm just. Yeah.
Just end it.
We'll have him back as frequent as we can get Alfred.
Yeah.
Love the guy. He's a great guy. Sorry he's too busy. It's too bad, but we understand. We
Yeah.
love you anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're not talking about the profile next week. We're just gonna.
End it.
Yeah, probably better off. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. We will see you again. See the episode on Tuesday, and we'll see you for the live show on Thursday again next week. Thank you.
Right. See you guys.
See ya.